YouTube, this is Vargas, recording again from the Vargas Vault, and I just wanted to come back with you with another... Yeah. Hey YouTube, this is Vargas, recording live from the Vargas Vault, and I'm back again with a DVD update. Still trying the new format, so I am going to record updates per week, as opposed to, you know, whenever I got all the stuff, so I don't make long videos. Let me know if you like the shorter videos, or if, you know, you prefer my lovely, lovely voice, and just want to hear me talk about movies for hours on end. But, like I said, DVD updates, gonna try to make this as quick as I can. A week's worth of stuff from Movie Freak Bazaar. First off, TV show on DVD. Picked up Transformers seasons 3 and 4, and they are the last seasons of Transformers cartoon. I'll freely admit this is not my favorite season. I prefer the original ones. These ones just seem too much of a disconnect for me, but there are some cool stuff about this because it immediately follows what happened. Well, not immediately, but a few years after the movie, the Transformers movie. So you still have Rodimus Prime with the Matrix of Power, and you still have Megatron turned into Galvatron. But this one has some cool stuff. For example, they bring back Starscream. Starscream was killed in the movie, and in this 2 seasons, he became like a ghost. And he's trying to help out Unicron to get his body back. And then I remember this episode, the 2-part episode where there's like this infection that infects the Transformers, and they become like savage. So they have to bring back Optimus Prime to life, and I thought it was really cool. But yeah, while not my favorite, it does have some cool episodes. The animation is still pretty cool, and they bring back Starscream. That's cool. Picked up, surprisingly, I didn't own this on my collection, which is weird because, you know, I like getting the classic movies, and this is a classic movie. I own the video game, oddly enough, and I didn't own the movie, but I picked up The Warriors. Warriors, come out and play. And, yeah, it always bugged me that I didn't have this one. Now, this is the normal edition. For a moment, I thought it was bootleg because the cover looks all fuzzy, which I don't know if the camera will pick up. But the cover looks fuzzy. But no, it's an original thing. It's so yeah, I finally have the Warriors, because every copy I've seen at the stores is the director's cut, but I wanted the original cut, and this is the original cut. At least that's what it says here. So now I have this. I'm happy with this, and I can buy the director's cut later on to have both versions, because that's what I do. I buy both versions. This one also picked up from Movie Freak Bazaar. Remember hearing about this movie at the Oscars, but it's been years since I've been able to go see any movie that's been nominated at the Oscars. I can barely see the movies that I want to see. But this is The Imitation Game with Doctor Strange and Sherlock Holmes, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Keira Knightley. And it's about this scientist that is able to decode the Nazi German codes. But he's gay, so he gets, you know, into trouble because of that. But yeah, I've mentioned this before. Drama is not my thing. I prefer horror. I prefer comedies, animation, stuff like that. But I still like to sit down and watch one of those Oscar-nominated movies. Also picked up this one up from Movie Freak Bazaar, because he was having a liquidation sale. So a bunch of the stuff that he had on one of the higher up albums, he brought down to the 5 for a certain price one. And this is another TV series. This is the complete 2nd season of The Outer Limits. Now, I prefer the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone is cool, but Outer Limits was also really cool. The only thing I like about the Twilight Zone is it had more ironic, more hopeless endings. And The Outer Limits, they seem to have more hopeful endings. Like, you know, people could get away from whatever it is that was going on. So, but it's still a cool series. Didn't watch much of the remake that came out, like, I want to say in the 90s, 2000s. But the original series is cool. I need to get the Twilight Zone because I don't have any seasons of the Twilight Zone. This one I picked up. So I Married an Axe Murderer with Mike Myers. I think this was after Wayne's World, so, you know, his popularity was rising up, but before Austin Powers. And this is when he was doing voices and impressions and the Scottish accent. Not his best movie. I prefer Wayne's World or Austin Powers, but still rarely see it, so I bought it. Picked up an anime. This is Lupin the Third versus Case Closed, or Detective Conan. Lupin the Third is a famous thief character in anime, and this guy's a relatively new character. He's like a child prodigy that goes around solving cases. And this one, they cross over. Picked up this one, brand new, still sealed. Movie Freak Bazaar had it at his spot. For a much cheaper price, and it's Justice League versus Teen Titans. This is the new timeline they set up, which is after in the New 52. So this is the New 52 versions of Justice League and Teen Titans. But you got the Justice League fighting a different version of the Teen Titans, which is Damian, Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven, and Cyborg's in the Justice League team. But here they put it with the Titans. So it's not as cool as the comic book. There's a way better comic book called JLA versus Teen Titans. That one just falls head over heels, and it's awesome over the whole history of the Justice League and the Teen Titans, because they bring every member that was a Justice League member and every member that was a Teen Titans member in that book, and it's amazing. This one, it's cool, but it's not as cool as the other one. Another TV series picked up the complete second season. I don't know. It's a season of Gundam 0083. And I love anime, and I love anime with mechs. Robotech is another good one. Gundam is cool. But this came out in, I don't know. Doesn't say. But the animation looks 90-ish. So yeah, this is a complete 13-episode Gundam series. Got it really cheap, so really happy for that. Also picked up, still collecting when I ever come across Disney movies, and there's a bunch of Disney movies, especially the live-action ones. Animation, I'm really close, but every so often I come across a live-action one that I didn't even know existed. This is Pollyanna, 2-disc set, starring the girl from Parent Trap, before Parent Trap. She did this, then Parent Trap. And yeah, it's like set in the frontier kind of setting, like kind of like Old Yeller. So yeah, never seen this one, but picked it up because it's Disney. Also picked up Heart and Souls with Robert Downey Jr. Picked it up just because it stars Robert Downey Jr., but it's about this guy that when he was a kid, he was not haunted, but kind of like protected by 3 ghosts. And then the ghosts realize that they're kind of messing him up because he's talking to them, and everyone was like, oh shit, that kid's talking to 4 different kids. He's going to go crazy. So the ghost disappears, but the guy develops abandonment issues, so he doesn't open up about his feelings anymore. And then the ghosts realize that they have to resolve their issues, otherwise they're going to be stuck in limbo, and they want to send to heaven. It's really, really weird, but it sounds like it is my kind of movie. If it sounds like you're something you would like, you probably would. But it stars Robert Downey Jr. And another movie I am super hyped to finally add to the collection. Another one of those movies that you would think I would already own. And I kick myself because I don't. But that's Taxi Driver. I did not own Taxi Driver. I do now. And yeah, it's an iconic movie with Robert De Niro and I forgot her name, Jodie Foster. Just great, great movie. If you haven't seen this one, check it out. This one and Raging Bull are great Robert De Niro movies in my opinion. But this is the collector's edition. It has a making of documentary and a whole bunch of other stuff. Debatably, the DVD would probably have a lot more special features. I know, but you'd be surprised. I haven't come across the Blu-ray either. And again, it bugs me to not own these kind of movies. So now I need to find a copy of Miss 45, and I'll have some of the movies that I like. So yeah, that was the DVD update video. Short haul compared to other stuff, but because I'm cutting these separately. I try when I remember. Sometimes I forget, but I try to recommend the standouts of the collection. I don't think I did that in the last video, but I'm going to recommend The Warriors and Taxi Driver. They would be a good double feature. Definitely recommend those. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. Please let me know if you enjoyed this shorter format. It's a lot easier to edit and upload these shorter videos, so I'll give it that. But I do feel like I don't talk as much about movies as I would like. But if that's what people prefer, I'll go that way, and then I can do reviews and talk in detail about the movie. So that would be another option. Just need time. But until I see you all again, this was Vargas recording still from the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all and signing out.